All right, just about ready for baseball. And the pitcher for this one, Matthew Boyd.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Trey Turner leading things off and takes a strike. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
This one high in the air to left center. Pat makes the catch, and there's one down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Here is Bryce Harper. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Foul ball. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that skips in the dirt. That one to first, and foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there, trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
The lefty fires. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
2 outs, base is empty. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Boyd, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2013. And that one's a little bit low. And that is ball 1. And another ball.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. It's his 8th home run of the year. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Two out, space is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Kelly to first, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. So the Phillies strike first with a solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Wrigley Field and towing the slab, Zach Wheeler.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Ian Happ, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. In the air, left side. Wilson under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup.
The right fielder.
And no doubt a big factor in this series so far, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Boog, he's really been showing off the pop in this series so far. 2 homers. And, you know, he'd love to add on with another shot today. I'm interested to see how they approach him.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That's in there, and it's 0-1. In the air, left field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Justin Turner.
2 down, base is empty, and it'll bring up Justin Turner. Foul ball there.
Ball, that's up there.
Next offering upstairs. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Cubs are down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Second inning set to go. And now the veteran catcher, JT Realmuto. Boyd back to work. In for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's got it, and there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Headed towards the corner. Grabs it on the run. 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Edmundo Sosa in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
1 ball.
And that one upstairs. And that one is downstairs. And the count is 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. For Armstrong. Makes the catch, inning over. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Bottom of the second. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
That one inside. Look out. Drilled out towards left center field. Raging back towards the wall. Bangs off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Swanson digs in. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Busch stands at second with no outs. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Real Muto right there to make the grab. And there's one away.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
So here's Horner now.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And there's the ball.
That's the ball.
Man at second.
That's out.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1 now.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
To the right side. A flip to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 2.
Batting 7, the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. First pitch, and he just misses.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That's off the inside corner. 2-0. That one almost got him.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Runner at third, 2 away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Kelly.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Outside low, 1-0.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Swing and a chopper out to short. They take the force out. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They're down 1-0. Here at Wrigley Field, now the left fielder, Weston Wilson. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting 9, the center fielder, Johan
Rojas stands in for the Phillies. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Gets the call. That's strike 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That gets down for a hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop,
Trey Turner at the plate. Fly to left his first time. Late swing fouled off.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Now snap throw to first, and he's back safely. Man at first, 1 away. Right through there for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2.
Squirts away a little bit. Rojas leads off first with one away. In the air to left center. Happ sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
So Harper stands in. Fly to center his first time. Right down to shoot. That's strike one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And no one can get there. Rojas around third. He'll score.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson fires across the diamond. Schwarber out of the play. They limit the damage here. Bryce Harper with the run-scoring double for the Phils. And it's 2-zip. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the friendly confines. John Birdie at the plate.
Third baseman.
It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That one finds the corner. Strike one.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian.
Ian Happ up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Happ lays off. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Kyle.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one out to right. Castellanos gets under it. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. And welcome back to
Leading
the
off for the
ballpark.
Phillies,
New
the
inning
right
getting
fielder,
started.
number 8,
And now
Nick
it's the cleanup spot for the
Castellanos.
Phillies. Nick Castellanos. And first offering is fouled off.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Now batting, catcher, JT Real Muto.
And now it is JT Real Muto. Real Muto goes 6'1", 210 pounds, and he was a third-round pick back in 2010. And now it's even up.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike
Now
zone. We're
batting,
seeing
the third
more
baseman,
fastballs
Alec
in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
2 down, base is empty, and here comes Alec Bohm. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And takes low for ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson sends it across to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they're on top 2-0. Ready to go,
Leading
bottom
up
4,
for the
and now
Cubs,
the DH,
the
Justin
hitter,
Turner.
Justin Turner.
Turner, a guy with great bat-to-ball skill. Fastball for a strike.
Ball.
Check swing, and he went. In the count, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot. That one misses, and it's 3-2.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
3-2 now. Swing and a ball popped up. Sosa makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch getting ready to hit. Doubled in his first AB. And he takes a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
There's the swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Cubbies trailing by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one
That's ball
just
two.
missing inside. Now 2-2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Real Muto up with it. Fires to first. And there's two gone
The
following
batter,
the
number
strikeout.
7.
Well, that's pretty much the
Shortstop,
dream
Dansby.
two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Swanson
Inside,
stands
ball one.
in here, leaves that one off the inside. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a good eye there.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
And it remains 2-2. That's down and in. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They're still down. It's 2-0. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. And here is Sosa to the plate.
Sosa.
Boyd back to work. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
0-1.
And ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone. 2-1. The other way. And it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Weston Wilson. Flied to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Ben Brown up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Merriweather also throwing. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And now for the Phillies, Johan Rojas. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Sosa, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a foul out of play. Man at second. Falling behind 2-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
On the ground to third, and it goes just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Just off the outside edge. Line drive.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Trey Turner.
Here's Trey Turner. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. Sosa rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Matthew Boyd will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
so
the
a lefty out of the pen, Shota Imanaga.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Bryce Harper. Step off, throw to first, and Turner's back in. Ball 1 to Bryce.
Ball 1, no strike.
Next pitch is outside. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Two outs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And Harper down on strikes. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Nico Hoerner. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
You know, these Cubs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That one
ball,
missed.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that's a little high.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And misses inside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. He reached out a walk his first time.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
Grounder might be 2. There's 1. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
At the plate, Carson Kelly. And first offering is fouled off.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That's in there. 0-2 now. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
The Phillies leading by 3, last half of inning number 5. This one popped up. Boom. Sizing this one up. And that's the inning. Cubs are down quietly. Still down 3-0. On the north side of Chicago, John Shelby and Chris Singleton. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Stepping in the long ball threat, Kyle Schwarber. That one outside, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Phillies putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Misses outside, ball 3.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Fastball for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Helpful.
And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won a round.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Real Muto.
2 outs, base is empty. JT Real Muto now at the plate. There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Now 1-1.
That's inside.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Brings it in, and that is that. Offense held in check there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. It's the Phillies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Well, we go bottom six. So up now for Chicago, John Birdie.
John Birdie.
That catches the top part of the zone, and that's strike one.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number one.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
So the batting order turns over. And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. He was late there, strike one.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. He takes it on his own. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Phillies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Here at Wrigley Field, here's the third baseman, Alec
Leading off
Bohm.
for Philadelphia, the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Shota in his second season, 31 years old, and he was born in Japan. Action in the pen down there. Ben Brown, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And now 1-2. Smoked on the ground to second. Horner over to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Now it's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Weston Wilson.
So digging in, Weston Wilson. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first. And the Phillies are set down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Phillies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the 7th. Turner climbs in on that right side.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
On the outside corner, that's strike one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jose Ruiz preparing to come on if needed. Strom, a left-hander, also throwing. Out to short. Turner is out.
Good arm side run to that
Now
same side
batting,
hitter right
the
there.
first
Very
baseman,
difficult to put that ball in the
Michael
air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
And the batter now, Michael Busch. Just missed. The Phils leading by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. And that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Next offering is fouled back. On a line out towards center. Rojas makes the grab. That's out number 2.
The batter number 7. Shortstop, Dansby.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Struck him out of the foul tip. And the Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Shota back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one out in front that time. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Ben Brown appears to be getting loose. Next pitch is outside. Fights it off. He'll see another. Just off the outside part of the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Trey Turner now. That's outside. Ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that's too high. Yeah, that's fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Shota Imanaga gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
new
the Cubs.
Pitcher on now, Drew Pomeranz.
Number 31.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Two outs, base is empty. Here comes Bryce Harper. Lined, and that's a base hit. And now a 2-out opportunity for Kyle Schwarber.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So now the DH spot, Kyle Schwarber. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Harper off of first with 2 away. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
And Schwarber strikes out. Phillies strand 1, but they lead it 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jose Ruiz.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 66. Jose Ruiz.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that's downstairs and outside. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%. Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
And now, Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch misses.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Swings through that one above the zone.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
squirts away a little bit. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Man at second. Swinging a foul straight back. Two now. Upstairs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. No outs. Runner on second. And that's ball four. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. To third. Tag. Got him.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base pass,
now
but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
Carson Kelly will hit next. That misses, and it's 1-0.
And this is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
The 1-0. Just missed. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Throw into third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now the third baseman, John Birdie. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1.
The tying run at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Tying run at the plate. Right through there. Got him. And 2 away now.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position in 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Jose Ruiz won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Jordan Romano. He's been so good against lefties.
Number 68, Jordan Romano.
So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's under it. Drops into the glove. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So a job well done from the Philly bullpen that time. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the friendly confines. All set to start the ninth in this one. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Ripped into left center, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's JT Realmuto.
Ball one, no
This
strike.
one in the dirt. This to center field. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Squeezes it. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
So a man aboard. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Castellanos leads off first with one away. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Just misses with that one. Fastball is outside. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Line drive. And that's a base hit. And now two aboard. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners
now
with one gone.
The second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Here's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa. 1 for 3. Pitch is in there. That's strike one. Runners are at the corners, one away. That one misses, and the count even 1-1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Off the plate inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. On the ground, could be 2. Over to second for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And there's the strike. One run across in the frame so far here at the top of the ninth.
Ball one.
In the dirt.
1-1.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
He was all over that one.
Now
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Drew Pomeranz done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
new pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Ben Brown.
Number 32.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. And first offering is fouled off. Ball one there. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one is upstairs. Trey Turner next to bat for Philadelphia. First and second, 2 down. And that'll load the bases.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Number 7.
2 outs, bases full. Trey Turner with a chance now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Base hit, 1 run in already. Another comes in to score. It's 6-0.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
First and second, 2 down. Here's Bryce Harper. Curveball drops in there. Swing and a miss. Movement in the bullpen. Brad Keller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs nothing.
Leading
This
off
game's a bit of
for
a
the
blowout,
Cubs,
Singy. Let's talk about
the
something
right fielder,
random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
And the next pitch is way outside. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your hat to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
A dive, nice stop, over to first, and that's a great play for the out.
A quick move to his left,
batter,
fully
number
extended
3.
there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
So now Turner in on that right side. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. Fair ball.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Turner to second, over to first, safe.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
1 out left for the Cubs. Dansby Swanson stands in.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks, Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
And that one is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.